Drug dealing aside, ghost writing aside. Let's have a heart to heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why your music for the past few years been angry and full of lies.
Woo! Filthy. I call this filthy. This beef is real. So the Pusha T track just came out minutes ago, y'all. Like this push response to Duppy Freestyle just came out minutes ago.
Fresh off the presses.
Man,
it's still hot.
I feel like that movie The Post. Straight up. We gonna break this one, right. This I call this hot box beef, man. They all for all the smoke, dog. All the smoke. They both want all the smoke. Coming around quick. Right.
You ain't got no time to wait.
Whoever want it.
Straight up. This is ugly, man.
This is greatness right here.
I love it.
This year in hip hop is upper echelon, dog. Like 2018, we gonna have a great June. But this beef, I love to see when two cats go at it like this, just to start out just really to start out this summer, man. Like to see two heavy hitters just go at each other this way, man. This is nuts. So
it's gonna be crazy.
Joe Budden, take notes, man. You ain't gotta drop 3 diss tracks before. That's my man. I love Budden, but man, this is what happened when you a little bit more patient, man. I mean, you still an aggressor, but you still patient, man. It's like Floyd Mayweather of battling right now, man. Everybody they counter punching well, man. Yeah. So what do y'all think of? So we'll eventually get to the Push album. I want to start out in beef mode, man. Eventually. Man. Beef mode is just does something to me, man. So this Drake and Push feud has been going on for a long while. But it's always like little shots here and there, little jabs here and there. And if we even want to go even further back, the whole clips of Push versus Cash Money, especially Baby, thing has went on for a long while, you know. So but I actually feel like these are two MCs in the same category, like when we get to talent wise. So I feel like we're gonna have.
What do you mean when you say talent wise?
When I say talent, when I say ability, so skill set. When I say skill set, so lyricism, creativity, the ability to throw these petty jabs on a scale of 1 to back level petty.
Okay. Okay.
How petty was this Push response? The story of OJB. How petty was this?
It was petty.
This is beyond back to back.
Yeah, this is worse.
It's beyond back to back.
Yeah.
Yo,
all off of one line. When you think
Drake is going to respond within 48 hours. I'm gonna tell you one reason why. When this man went at 40, and how he always sits, dog, and how he has a terminal illness, like that's it.
All off of one line. When
like
you come
Drake,
at your mans like that,
Drake's
so this
an emotional.
May be the best Drake we gonna get.
Drake is an emotional dude, and so that I'm sure that hit home. That's his man for real.
And that's
he gonna go in over a 40 beat too.
He
gonna go in over a 40 track.
Of course. This, they're gonna pull something out the vault that they wasn't gonna drop. All right, Dre, use this beat.
This is worse than back to back. All off of that.
Is it worse?
Man, when you talk about
back to back was so petty.
It was, but when you talking about he talking about this man,
Baby,
he's dying for real.
Yeah.
I don't. How much more personal can you get?
All's fair in hip hop beef.
He talked about his father.
Hip hop beef. That was great. What he talked
about his dad.
How he was made with that Steve Harvey suit, dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He came at Pops. He came at, and the way that it all connected, it's like, don't just take the words for face value, because the setup what Push had is great. He's a very intellectual dude. This dude is smart. He started talking about his father, but also talked about Drake not being a good father and how it intertwines. This got layers to it.
Yeah.
This got layers to it.
Remember a while back though, I had talked about Drake in his music sounds like he didn't see proper relationships growing up.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that someone else has that same perspective, like, hey, let's break this down. But obviously, it was not in a podcast form, so it was so much greater to hear it in a few bars, smushed together right quick on him. Man, I will just start out with Infrared. So Infrared, I kind of felt it coming because I felt like Push had to throw some shots somewhere because he does it so infrequently, and he needed something to push his, or catapult his album to the next level. So he had to throw shots somewhere to get his sales up. So I figured some shots were coming. I didn't know in whose direction.
I got you.
We had heard Two Birds, One Stone. I didn't know if that had just been let him talk, but for him to throw some bars that way, I wasn't really surprised by that. And then the way they were very calculated bars too.
For sure.
So it wasn't like he was just shooting aimlessly. Like, they were very calculated bars, very precise.
Yeah, you got the scope on.
Yeah. But when my man's Drizzy came back, I'm just gonna tell you what the deep sigh. The deep sigh when he came out, like the audacity. Yeah. This nigga sounded so perturbed, dog. Like, I was dead, man. Like,
I think he sounded a little bit like his feelings was hurt too.
I don't think he expected it like that. I don't think he legit. Came out
like it
but I think he has
It was like, out of all these niggas, you?
That's how I see it. Well, he said the audacity.
Yeah.
It was so impertinent. Like, I just was like, this dude, like, he just seems so disgusted, like, with this whole situation. Like, but whenever you jump on something like that, and so we just got over Drake and remember Drake just deaded all the beefs.
Oh yeah. At the end of the year.
Yeah, but obviously you fire shots at somebody that you know loves to fire subliminal. So for him to just throw them directly at you, I was kind of like, okay, Push. Okay, Push. These ain't subliminals. This is very easy to interpret. Like, so I was in love with that. But Drake, Drake came back very strong. One thing I cracked up about is, so Drake does his research so well. Like,
he does. Obviously, Push does too.
He does. But one thing I think that stands out. So Drake, you have to remember, started out as a big Clips fan, big Fonte fan. Yeah. Like, that's how he came in the game. Yeah, that's where he honed his style. Like, that's where he honed his style, and found himself. So he has always looked up to these cats, right? But when you think about like what in him and Push have kind of went back and forth about and things like that, sometimes I feel like they're both just throwing random bars at each other just to have something to say. Like, when he was talking about, it was a great bar, but when he was talking about how he had that mic that he assigned for him, and the signature was fading, and he was like, pretty much saying that it sums up where his career is at this day and age. Push has only been getting stronger though. So I felt like that it was a great bar for battle rap, but it wasn't true. Like, that's one of them ones, whenever they get cool again, he go back and be like, I ain't really mean that. Drake always like to backpedal later on, like, but that it was a needed shot. It's kind of an icing on the cake shot. That was a solid body blow right there.
The best one to me is no malice in your heart. You an approachable dude.
Yeah,
that was the best. That was the best line in his.
That was a dope line.
And then I really felt like Drake threw, he started firing shots at Ye, just because Push had threw Wayne and Baby in it. And so I felt like he didn't even have anything to be upset. And
he had nothing to say about it.
And one thing about good music is that they don't inherit each other's beefs, or if it's a one-on-one thing, they allow you. They don't jump in.
Yeah, I don't see.
This is still old school. This ain't like 90s fight outside the school. Everybody just jumping. Like, they'll let you go one-on-one.
I don't see Ye saying anything in this.
Ye gonna say something.
Yeah, Ye gonna say something.
It's gonna be on his album.
Because he just said, I was just in the studio with you. Penning the other day, the other week, month, whatever.
So I think that's another thing when you think about the audacity. I think he felt like, I'm trying to help or assist. Like, I'm sure that there's a Drake verse on the Ye album. I was already sure of it, but then that just made me feel like I knew it was present. Now I don't know if we'll ever hear that. We'll hear it. We'll hear it. But I don't know if it's kept. I think he does.
I think you can keep it on the album, and then you can change your verse. And LL type.
But I don't think Ye is gonna do that. No, I really don't think Ye is gonna do that. Not in his current space.
You think he'll still use the track though?
I think Ye is the type to call Drake and be like, "Yo, I'm not in this whole thing. This is you and him. Like, we still good." And I'm sure Push is good with that. And the other thing I've always wanted to understand is how Push became like the lieutenant to somebody younger than him, man. Like, when did he become like the foot soldier, man? Like, he out here like, because it really started around that time frame of like Good Fridays, where he just I think Take One for the Team was the first track I heard him like talking about, like pretty much how he was like the sacrificial lamb for good music because Jay picked him up, and I'm like, yo, chill on that, man. Every time he kind of takes the fall on the sword for Ye, I'd be like, why, dog? Like, let Ye live, man. It's alright, man. Now in this most recent response to Duppy, I like that he was like, pretty much, send the smoke my way, dog. It's not, don't try to bring anybody else in this joint. It's just us.
He said, I want all the curses.
Yeah, like, send all the smoke my way, dog. Like, I'm here for it all. Send it this way. Yeah, so but Duppy Freestyle was great.
It was
like, great.
It was very dope. Very dope.
And then when we get to like the definition of Duppy and all of that, like that was even more hilarious. Like when you go and do your research, So I'm like, this dude, man, like well calculated shot back, and it only took 24 hours. So absolutely in love with that. And then to see Push come right back again, like, all right, we can do this all day. Like, and I think they're both so petty, and they both have albums right now that this will help promote. I think this can go on for at least a couple months. I think the pace will slow down.
Yeah, of course. The pace will slow down because
I think Drake responds one more time right away, like in the next 48 hours, because how he took shots at 40. But then I think after that, the pace kind of slows down after that.
For sure. Drake is touring and still, tidying up the album. Push is still doing press releases. I'm almost positive he just shot a music video for something. So the pace will definitely slow down. They're not going to. Anytime you got to focus all of your energy on just the beef, you're losing out on the money. The beef not gonna make you any bread. But I can see
Pusha keep going and Drake just.
They both have to keep going because it's only gonna help albums.
They will. I just don't see. I mean, at the rate they're going right now, we're gonna have 11 diss tracks in June alone. They're not gonna go at. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is that they're not gonna continue at this rate, but they're going to continue to diss each other. I think they still got at least 2 or 3 left in them on each side.
I do too. I think different pace.
It'll be that.
I think one right around Drake's album, like the week of, or on Drake's album.
Yeah, I was about to say on Drake's album, you can see something.
And then Push will respond, probably somewhere right around his album. Like this is another publicity stunt. Like, I love the. I knew Drake was gonna truly send an invoice too.
Oh yeah,
I knew it was gonna really happen, and I knew he was gonna post it on IG.
That was funny.
Like that's just the petty level that he's at, And then for Push to do the Sambo face and address how he never felt black enough because his hair wouldn't nap enough. That was
they was definitely on one, man. This is making for some great rap. I love the competitiveness. I love the pettiness. The best battle rap is when it gets personal. As soon as it gets personal, it's gotta mean something to you. As a matter of fact, we said this when we was talking about Cole, and we talked about the best battle rappers. It's gotta mean something to him. He picked the right dude. Well, I shouldn't say he picked him because Drake didn't pick him. It just is what it is. This manifested into 2 people who this means a lot to. And I think this is gonna make for a top 5 all-time battle. I think it has the makings of that.
It has the potential.
Yeah, it has the potential.
It has the potential.
It has the makings of that.
If they want to keep the legs going, that's another thing.
Yeah. That's what it's really gonna be about. Is how much do they want to keep it up? It's got enough steam, but the way it is now, compared to old beefs back in the day. Well, I shouldn't even say old beefs, but I mean, because it's been a while since we had one that was like that you could say is an all-time beef. Probably Nas and Jay is the last, like all-time great beef. Back in the day, the way that social media and the way music played out, it was okay for you to go, months or weeks without a response. Now, it's such a needed constant flow because music is so quick to get. It's so obtainable.
You don't think Drake and Meek was a classic battle?
No. It wasn't an all-time beat. No,
it turned into a one-sided, but it didn't start out one-sided.
Because Meek didn't throw up no layup.
No. I was here for what Meek was doing, but to me it was AI versus the Lakers. You had that one dope performance, and then the rest you just kind of got crushed. That's what it was.
And then I have to think, was Jadakiss and Beanie before or after Jay? Was it right before or right after? Because I would say that one was. That's another classic.
Jay, I think.
Jay and Nas was like 03-ish?
No, 2000, 2001.
2000, 2001? Nah, it had to be like 01, 02. When did
2000, 2001.
Beanie and Jadakiss was after
90.
that.
It was between 99 and 2001.
Like
it definitely wasn't in the
90s.
No,
it wasn't 99.
It was. Yes, it was.
Blueprint. Takeover was on Blueprint. Blueprint came out in 01.
Blueprint came out
in 2001.
9/11.
Yeah,
2001.
So 2001.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was 01. Yeah, it was 01, 02-ish.
But like Super Ugly and stuff like that.
That came out much later than Blueprint did.
I can't remember offhand. I just remember all the disses, but
yeah.
And I can't remember if I thought Jada and Beanie was like 01-ish. 01, 02.
It may have been. I'm with you. I'll say that was a classic beef because that was good beef. That was good beef on both sides.
I remember I had to pause the cassette tape because I had to take it. I taped it off the radio.
Yeah.
I had to pause the cassette tape.
That's pre-05 there.
Yeah.
It was definitely good beats on both sides.
But I just remember Beanie started out that verse with "I'm about to sun kiss like the soda."
Yeah.
I remember I was sick. I was a Jada head. I was like, oh my god, that's one of the hardest bars to ever start a rap beef track.
Man, tell me about it.
So who's winning this beef at this point?
Push.
Ooh.
Push, definitely.
So are we taking everything into account? Exodus 23:01.
Oh, you got to.
Are we taking all of that into account?
And
Two birds, one stone. Are we taking all of that into account?
Everything.
You have to, and I think that's
because the internet think that Drake doing them like this.
Yeah.
But I think,
and it's because they don't. I don't think maybe they forgot about Exodus and the 4 years that it took or 3 years, however long he took without responding. So. Nah, Push has the edge right now. One of my homies just said, he was like, this battle is 2-1, Push is up, Game 4 in Toronto. So, I was like, yeah, Danny, that sums it up for me right now.
This is like Triple G Canelo, like
yeah.
to me, like I feel like one person's fighting tactically, the other one's throwing bombs, but they're right. Yeah, they're right at the same spot.
This is definitely a good. This is gonna be a good one.
People gonna score it either way. Some people gonna score the draw just cause we want to hear more. I don't know where I'm at right now. I think I'm kind of edging. I was edging Push until Duppy, and then Duppy I was like, oh, Drake's back up. Yeah. And then when he just dropped this joint, just like in the last half hour, I was like, oh god, we going, here we go.
Duppy kind of evened it up for me. Then I was like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen. They kind of like neck and neck right here for me.
So do we count Infrared as in the record book giving 2-1, or is it 1-1 off legit whole song battle? Or can we use Infrared as like that test? Let me throw this out here and see if I can get some bait. Well, because he only had like one line on that album.
I mean, but we can pick through other joints in here. The Subliminals Drake dropped too.
That's true.
So
that's
like,
true.
That's why I'm saying I just want to rate where they at as a whole because there are so many of those slick jabs throughout both of them. Like so, that's why I'm like, just throw it out there. Who's edging who right now?
Push.
Terrence. Terrence is up right now.
Awesome.
Pusha T is definitely.
But I don't want to confidently say Push because
I think it's a push, pun intended. Like we sitting, like I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence, and then I think in the next 48 hours I'm gonna be even more on the fence.
It might be that. I'm hoping that this is a harder decision to make by the time Thursday rolls.
It's like
who y'all got winning, viewers? Who y'all got winning this battle at this point?
Winning it all?
At this point,
okay.
At this point, before Drake responds, because Drake hasn't responded yet. When y'all see this, Drake might have responded already.
Yeah, this
but
is true.
prior to Drake's response track, who's winning this? Who's winning this beef?
Put your opinions in the comment. We need to know. I got Push winning this right now.
I don't even. It's too close.
And I'm trying not to lean on your end, but I want to pick one, but I can't.
The 40 line is ridiculous.
You, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
40 line. The level of disrespect.
How much life he got? Tick, tick, tick.
Push.
That boy
See, you should have said nothing.
He said that boy 666. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh man, Push. Bro.
That was
like the clock is counting. That was so slick.
That was so
slick.
That may be one of the hardest lines in on a diss track.
And unless you know what's going on
and
with
it's
40,
for real, it's
that's
not something made up.
Right.
It's legit.
So if you don't know what's going on with 40, then that's gonna go over a lot of people's head.
Yeah.
So I mean, but man, do your research. These dudes subliminals get real subliminal. don't let that just go over your head. The layers to this is crazy, and Drake's too.
But having a lot of beefs, it helps your career and your writing. Like I feel like because it gives you when you need filler.
Yeah.
Your filler can be subliminals. Like Jay is evidence to that.
Jay-Z.
Like you can throw subliminals as filler bars. You know what I'm saying? So
all the time.
Yeah. Like so, I think like I hope Ye's probably gonna throw some joints that are known that they're shots and also throw some subliminals too.
I hope so.
I got a feeling he may have something dedicated, man. Like,
no, that's too much for Ye.
A whole.
Yeah, you would get a rant on tour. You would never get a whole track.
You right about that?
You would get a whole like a 7-minute rant on tour. You wouldn't get a track.
Then he'll be crazy again.
Huh?
Then he'll be crazy again.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Had that Chicago in him. I don't know. We might see something.
Yeah.
We might see something.
Yeah.
I think we may get if not a whole track, at least a 16.
I can see that.
So since we speaking about 16, let's just move into. So we're gonna end the beef talk right now. Put your information. Put who you got winning right now in the comments. Let's slide into this Push album, man.
Push.
Because I don't want to stay away from it much longer. Like I can't. Push dropped Daytona on Friday. 7 tracks. Steph and I are ones for concise projects.
Yes.
Aaron, you're one for full-length projects.
Yeah.
So I want to do something a little different than what we would normally do. Since Good Music is dropping 7-track joints from the end of May to the end of June, I feel like we might as well just talk through each track individually because it's only 7.
That's cool. That makes
said
sense.
What?
I said I feel like we should just talk through each track individually because it's only 7.
Yeah, that's
every week.
Absolutely.
Every week we could talk about these Good Music joints, every track individually.
I'm with that. We could do that.
So first track out the gate.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I'm gonna just tell y'all where the first pause in the album came from. So first thing I'm gonna say is he came through so lethargic and lazy with the flow to start, and I said, here we go. But then as you listening to the bars, my man's just going nuts, man.
Definitely.
Like what did he say? That bar right there where he says ran off on a plug 2 like True Boy. I paused and started. I said no, he did. First I screamed for like 3 full minutes like no, we're not gonna start the album with a triple entendre. That's that ill. Cause y'all know obviously Plies ran off on a plug twice.
Yep.
Right? And then you have Buddy from De La Soul, whose other nickname is dang, I done lost my train of thought. What was I saying? True. Oh, okay. But I'm sorry. Buddy from De La Soul's other nickname is Plug 2.
Plug 2. Yep.
Yeah. So that was hot. And then also you saying plug too, like plug also, like I did it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, this man just dropped a triple entendre.
I missed
on
that.
us.
I'm gonna be honest. The De La Soul.
You missed that?
I missed that.
That when I caught that, I paused, and then that's where the additional scream came in. Is when I also was like, how he dropped it and it was like, run off on the plug too, like True Goy. I was like,
yeah.
When the triple entendre hit, it reminded me of when Jay jumped on Drake's album. And he did the Owls triple entendre. Ow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Both of them times. Anytime a triple entendre hits you, like, I be wanting to scream. Like, I can't control it. But that one hit me hard. Within that, other bars that were just so hard to me. When he said, rappers turn trappers. What did he say? Rappers turn trappers.
Puff.
Can't make it enough. Yeah, but a trapper turned rapper could
morph into Puff. Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, that's big facts right there.
That was
big
definitely
facts.
big.
And then I was in love with the You Can't Play the Kid, Harvey Weinstein, the Kid I Live, Matt Lauer joint. But I felt like he left off a bar like there.
Yeah,
like,
it didn't sound complete.
But I felt like because it was a whole part of like that Me Too movement, he should have thrown in like a Meet Mr. Me Too and referenced them. I thought that would have just totally set it off because it would have been a Throwback Clips reference paired with I think that would have took that bar to the next level for me. Like it was already way hard, but I think like I wanted to do is I always be wanting to add bars in that like I'd be like he missed one.
But right after he said the trappers turn rappers could turn into Puff. When he said I predict snow like Al Roker.
Al Roker. Shout out to Al Roker.
He said I predict snow like Al Roker.
His sister used to be my like boss. Like when I first got like one of my first jobs. Like shout out to Pat. But
he said I only ever looked up to Sosa.
Yeah.
You can all get a bird. This
like
nigga Oprah.
Yes.
that line was so cold. Yeah, he was coming with it, man.
Yeah.
He was definitely.
If you know, you know. Is like that was a great intro track.
Oh, definitely.
Like
definitely.
I don't know that it could be messed with like that. You know. And I think the beat was so hard. On that, that's another one of those yays. Like it came in so subtle, and it changed up, and the drums came in so hard. I was like, yay, it's going crazy. And I think that was kind of my sentiments throughout the whole album, man. Like, yay.
For sure.
This was different type of trap music.
Like, yeah, he had a very different but consistent sound.
Yeah.
It still kept you in the mind frame, but it was still it was off the beaten path. It was still different every time. It didn't sound the same. The production wasn't redundant.
Yep. Yeah.
It was crazy.
And I'm so glad that he told him like back up, I'm just gonna do this album, you know, like because had he not, I don't know that creatively like these beats and things that kind of set the album off for me. The Games We Play.
That was a dope one.
That was another dope track.
Yeah.
I think overall that was another one that really stood out to me, bar wise, as well as just the production on it. Like it was another one of them joints.
Yeah.
When this dude said he made him wait forever, cause he got a cape and he great. Then when he said, this man started talking about his body build was still moving weight.
Yeah.
He was rapping on this album.
He was.
He got busy, man.
Stir it like a shake, like a protein shake, dog.
I'm the only kingpin who ain't sinking. That part was cold.
Yes.
He was bodying these, man. Only kingpin who ain't sinking.
Yeah.
Chest moves. That mean my third eye ain't blinking.
That was that wasn't the one with the Get Out bar, was it? No, at the end.
I don't think so.
No. I think that was the hard piano.
Yeah.
Where he had
that was on the Ross.
Yeah.
Either Stay Woke or Get Out.
He was, man.
That was the next track.
We could have an entire segment dedicated to breaking down push lines because they just is so many to choose from and pick from throughout this whole album. But it was ridiculous.
The bravado on The Games We Play was just something dope to me.
It was crazy.
Like because it was a slower beat, but just it was so much swag on that beat, for lack of a better word. Like the whole way he came at that track, you just felt like this nigga standing on a pedestal. Like, I felt like Slick Rick should come in and call niggas crumbs or something like that. Like, during games we play. Like, I felt like he should have had a feature just to call niggas crumbs. Like,
oh man.
So that was really great to me, man. Like, hard piano was obviously hard. Like, but the first time through the Rose verse was underwhelming to me.
How so?
I like when Rose raps in code a lot, or things have to be deciphered.
Okay.
And that one wasn't as deep as Rose can go.
It wasn't.
Like, so the Rose I thought I was gonna see, or I thought I was gonna hear when I turned the track on, was Devil in a New Dress, Rose. Or what's the joint? The one joint that where he keep throwing the 50 Cent shots and the Floyd Mayweather shots. You know which one I'm talking about? It's
like, I know what you're talking about.
Canaries is going woof, no massages.
I can't think of the title, but I know what you're talking about.
I think it's like Mafia music or something. I think it's something like
Sounds
that.
Sounds about
right. But I thought I was going to get that Rose, and I didn't.
So were you disappointed with this Rose?
I was not.
Okay.
So let me come back. Let me circle back.
Yeah.
So he had so many hot bars. Like, I noticed them the first time through, but I was expecting something else, and so that's why I try to go into stuff without expectations.
And I'm in agreement with you. That's how I felt.
Yeah, like, but there was so many hot bars throughout that track that I just was like, Rose still got off. Yeah. Like, it may not have been his best verse of all time, but he still got off.
That may be a sign of his growth too. He can still get off without having, you need, like you mentioned, a decoder with Ross sometimes.
I'm not mad at that. That's a fair assessment.
Like, because you have to think, this is 116 you're going to get for a long time.
Yeah.
So, like, I love to be able to go back and pick through your 16s and pick out something different each time. Push left with a lot of that. Like, Push left us with a lot of that.
It's a prominent feature on the album, too.
Yeah.
Based upon what is going on now.
Yeah. And I think it was a well-placed feature.
Yeah, well-placed.
So I can't even front on that piece. This was a Ross feeling track, like with the sample and things like that.
Mafioso.
Yeah. So I really loved it. It was good. I will say, Push verse, like if I had to rate it on like a scale of 1 to 10, probably was like a 7.5, 8 to me, because I know what he's capable of. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like the greatest thing I ever heard from Ross, or just like he just made me pause the track 4 times.
I dig it.
He had some very good bars, but it wasn't. It could have been even better than what it was. Was kind of my outlook on that joint.
Comeback Baby.
Man, this and Infrared is probably my 2 favorite tracks.
I agree.
That's
my joint.
This track has probably has my favorite line with the if we go by connections made, I can still climb the ladder as complexions fade. I was like, okay, that's when I had to turn off. I'm riding in the car, I turned it off, and I was like, my God, he did he really just do this? That was the one that set it off for me. That's my favorite line of the album, probably.
Yeah, I think, favorite bar of the album?
I know, that's tough praise, but he bodied this joint.
He had some
highlight moments in 7 tracks, for sure.
I'm glad it wasn't any longer than what it was.
I always want more.
This gave you a lot, 21 minutes.
It did, and I said that.
But I think that's what we had always been talking about, right? That if you keep it concise, but what's the Wu-Tang like?
Which one?
What was the Wu-Tang saying? RZA. Wasn't it like one short or twice strong or something like that?
I have no clue.
I forgot what it was. Suge, my man Suge always quoting Wu-Tang.
Suge don't know, huh?
Wu-Tangism. Suge, put it in the comments. I know you know what it is. Shout out to Suge. I know you gonna put it in the comments for me, man. But I really felt like the more concise it is, the easier it is to interpret for the people, and there's not no filler. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was loving Santeria. What did I think of Santeria?
Oh, it was cold.
Santeria was dope.
That was the most transparent I think I've ever seen Push.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when he talks about Tony going to prison and stuff like that, it's not that transparent. It's still bragging about whatever. Yeah. You know?
He was pretty transparent on Snitch. He talked a lot.
I still think this is more transparent.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you what money going,
exactly.
what I'm doing with everything, giving to the priests and building churches if you wanted to kind of go there, giving more money.
This felt like it needed a Malice verse.
It may have been a setup. It may have been a setup for Malice. Malice was like, I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Right. He don't want to touch that. He is not touching that. But yeah, he was very transparent, just talking about his road manager that passed. And just emotions of dealing with that. Like one man said, like that ain't, pretty much there isn't a price tag you can put on his revenge. Yeah. And then pretty much taking a man before his time and all of that stuff. Like he was really just talking through those emotions, man. Even after the funeral, how he felt and all of that stuff. He really delved into that, and I thought it was a great track from a production standpoint too. And then having to go back and just research, what, because Fab has talked about it a little bit. Other people have talked about it a little bit, as far as like Santeria, like. But this is the first time I actually dug into it, because with them, I don't think I had enough respect for the way it was framed for me to go dig into it. Where with this, I felt like, okay, I need to go dig into this a little bit more, and have a little bit more of an understanding of it. But it was definitely a dope track. What would Meek do?
I'm so glad I got a dope Ye verse. Because he scared the hell out of me coming with it.
I think I know. Right. I think I know what. I think when people ask Ye what he thinks of Drake throw a shot to him this week, he gonna be like, "Scoop."
Yeah.
Hey, I can't tell you that. It's like for that split second when I heard that, I was just so pissed off. I mean, it's like my stomach almost started to hurt. I was like, no, he not finna get.
But didn't he make it up right away?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right away.
That's what I'm saying. So when I heard it though, it's just I for that split second, I was. He was
transparent too on his track.
No, yeah, but he came with it.
Yeah,
he came with it. Ye's verse was
too complex for Complex Con.
Yeah.
So like the event Complex Con, but the complex version of himself as well.
Crazy. Crazy.
By too complex for Complex Con.
That's the Ye I want.
Oh my god, that was so dope.
I need seven tracks of that.
Yeah, I don't need Black Skinhead. I need this right here. This is what I need.
Then one man said he was gonna show his scars like Seal. Right?
Yeah, that was cold.
That was hard. Do you get pulled over while driving if you're not driving while black? It's great when someone can address something with one. Mm-hmm. With a one-liner and keep it pushing, and it said so much more than that one line.
It was a complex bar, man, all of it.
The flow was dope. Once he finally started rapping after the scoop,
that didn't even bother. I don't know why it didn't bother.
You know why I laughed? Because of lift was it Lift Yourself or whatever, Lift Up, whatever it was called. Like, because that's how that joint. Remember that was. So he was just acknowledging how ignorant that was, and that's still his response. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go in.
Scoop.
But I loved how Push.
I was like, no, he didn't.
Though, but how Push came in too was hard too. Yeah. What did he say? He said, "How would you respond?" I'm top 5, and all of them die line. I was like, oh my god, we gonna go here, dog. Like
filthy.
This is a well put together project. Man.
It was.
That beat. A lot of people said they really liked it. I didn't like it as much until they really started flowing.
Okay.
And then once they really started to ride the beat, I'm like, this beat is hard.
And that's the beat was dope, but it wasn't like standout dope to me. But what I was waiting for was that track with Kanye by himself producing. And that was the one he produced, the first one on the album by himself. And I was pleased because, we haven't heard Kanye's production like this in a minute. So when it was a track by itself, nobody else filler, I was there for it.
He came with it, man.
Yeah,
he definitely came with it.
Yeah, he did. And then Infrared.
Infrared is what matters here.
Yeah, right. we touched on a lot of that already. But yeah, Infrared was cold, man. It was just well put together.
Yeah.
Very well put together.
7 tracks, a very short listen.
21 minutes.
But very, very power packed. Like that. It was littered with greatness over 7 tracks. I don't think Push, like going in, I didn't want to hear more than 10, 11 tracks from Push because I feel like you start to get watered down stuff, whether it's production or whatever. So I think the concise project, because I was thinking, what else does Push have to say? Yes, we're going to get the creative drug rap, but we don't have the... I always be waiting on like the Malice or someone else to come in and give me something else because Push can get redundant over time. But this gave you... Like, you always want to leave them wanting more, and this did that. You got enough, but it's still like, I want some more. Like, if he came out later this year again with 7 more, I'm sure everybody'd be here for it. Like, yo, we gotta... And it was great for me to hear people say, other than just like the devout hip-hop heads, that we got an instant classic.
Yeah.
Like, when regular people were saying, this is an instant classic, and it wasn't made for the regulars, I was like, then we know we got something for
Or even more so, the heavy hitters in hip-hop who was coming out and saying that this is a dope album. You don't get that many people touch on other people's albums or projects. At least I don't know. I haven't seen it in this level. Although I will say this, I've seen it twice this year now. I've seen a lot of people touching on Royce and a lot of people touching on Push.
Yeah, when you got Heat, it's gonna
and Nipsey late
open up. Yeah,
okay,
like,
yeah.
Probably like after our podcast, I started seeing a lot of Nipsey love starting to flow around.
Now, I ain't even. I'm more so talking about the actual rappers, actual producers, people who are prominent.
Oh,
in
I
music.
am too. I am.
Oh
too.
no. I know you were, but I was just clarifying. Like for the last, I don't know, couple of years, I haven't seen this many people tune into an album. And
was this more well received than KOD?
Yeah.
Just in social media, was this more well?
Oh, you talking about social media? I was still talking about with people who are in the music industry. But if you're talking about social media, no. I think I felt like
I heard a lot of KOD hate. I haven't really seen a lot of hate on
I
Push.
saw a lot of KOD hate.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That fake deep album.
Yeah.
Just because you listen to that don't mean that you.
I saw one cat on Twitter said something stupid about the Push album when he like after a week, are we still gonna be talking about Push? I'm like, this dude clearly don't understand what he just listened to.
That's a very true.
Like
but I still, I don't know if we will because we got a good music drop every Friday.
But that's why.
I think we'll talk about it down the line.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We also got the beef going on.
Yeah.
So that might help.
And he was embodying all that together, the beef, the album. But I think the album's dope enough to get maybe 2 week spin or rotation or heat clout, whatever you want to use in terms of the outlook on it.
Yeah, I think it definitely has replay value. I think I'm gonna listen like 8 because it is so short. Like,
I don't listen to albums.
Dope.
I'm already on like 7.
Yeah.
I don't do spins like y'all, especially like you do spins. I don't do spins like that, but I'm doing this one.
I can't tell you how many times I done listen to this. It's 20 minutes.
Right.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine how many times I done
every
listen to
good
this?
music project is gonna be a quick ride album right now.
And that's what it should. That's how life should be.
It's gonna be a quick ride.
If I had to put a number on it, it's gotta be more than 12. I've listened to this album at least 12 times.
So Miles sauced it out.
5.
Yeah. There's no
Dang,
holes.
are we
I'm going straight 5.
There's no holes.
No.
I mean, with the way that we've always graded it, it's production.
I will
lyrics.
say some other albums have moved in my list, and I'll eventually get to it with y'all.
Okay. But it's definitely something that got the moving around.
There's been some shifting. Even some of our previous ratings, I think I talked about one.
Yeah.
It didn't move into like no top 5 or nothing, but Tory Lanez moved around.
Yeah, Tory, but I'm still listening.
Fonte moved down for you too, didn't it?
Moved up.
I thought it moved down last week.
No, it's going up.
Tay actually moved down for me, but not his rating.
Yeah,
but
the
just
album.
in the list of with other albums that came
Oh,
out.
you talking about in the list?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the
no, it moved
individual
back
rating.
up. It moved back up.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
You talking about the individual rating?
I was saying, yeah, like
Okay.
if they were 3.5 stars, it might have moved to 4 or
Mhm.
like something like that.
And that's bound to happen.
Huh?
That's bound to happen once you get
Yeah.
some more. You listen to it with a different ear now.
Yeah.
That's bound to happen.
Like Fonte's album is going up. That the way that it plays for me. But if I have to give this a rating, Scoop. That's my rating. Right. That's my mild sauce rating.
That's Brandon's Rotten Tomato joint. It's Metacritic.
What?
It has no holes, man.
Yeah, this is a solid
based
joint,
upon how
man.
we normally, rate albums and critique albums. Where's the miss?
And
Where's
where I
the
get a
hole?
5 for me is he gave me what I wanted, which is my drug reference.
Mhm.
But it was so much that wasn't drug reference that I didn't expect from Push. That was
Give
dope,
us some
man.
transparency and
So-
things like that. He was very candid on this.
In
album.
21 minutes, that gave him 2 right there. That automatically give you 2.
Yeah.
two
21-minute album. You got 2 cups of sauce from me already, player.
Already.
Let's see where this go.
Nah, what's a legit 5?
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Another 5 on the board for me.
I don't know if
man.
I'm putting the 5 on the board.
Man. All right.
Nah, I'm gonna put the 5 on the board.
So this is
Like,
our first
I-
consensus 5, right?
Consensus.
This
5.
is.
Yeah.
Wait, did you? No, you didn't give Nipsey.
We didn't give
a
Nipsey
five.
a
didn't give
5.
Nipsey a 5.
Only I think you and I did.
I
Yeah,
gave
y'all did.
Nipsey a 5.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that far off. You gave 4, 4.5, something
4.5.
like that. Yeah.
It's still sitting in the same space.
But this is what we expected because we all Push fans.
It's moving
too.
down the
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
I mean, Nipsey's moving down the list though. We're gonna have to postpone the albums we like discussion because we're not gonna
Mhm.
rate them. Just albums we
Yeah.
like through the first
Okay.
half of the year
Yeah,
until we get through Tiana Taylor.
I'm with it.
And that's when.
I'm
End of
actually.
June.
I'm waiting.
When is
I-
Nas? Nas is.
Nas
Nas
is
is
second to last Friday in June. I
So
think.
after Nas then.
well, Tiana gonna drop
Tiana's before or after Nas?
after.
After.
She's
Okay,
the
so
last.
Tiana. I'm fine with Tiana. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he used Push as the sacrificial lamb.
Mhm.
I'm so glad that I pre-ordered the vinyl
Mhm.
before there was any album art or anything.
Yeah.
I
Let's
was
talk
just
about
like-
the album art.
Yeah. So I was really excited beforehand because I was like, number one, if Ye's doing everything, I know that the album arts is gonna be nutty.
Yeah.
The story
I
behind
know
it is
that
crazy.
the album is gonna be crazy, and then it's only gonna be 7 tracks, so I need to order the vinyl because it's gonna play like an old school album, right?
Mhm.
Most old school albums are like 8 tracks. They're very concise,
Yeah.
and usually they're great albums. Depending on the artist. If the artist is a great artist, because it's such a short body of work, it's usually dope. So I immediately ordered the vinyl. When I saw the Whitney Houston bathroom pic,
The Whitney
Yeah.
Hutton.
yeah,
Whitney
not the
Hutton.
Whitney Hutton, not the Brum Band
The Whitney Hutton
World
tour.
Tour.
Whitney Hutton World Tour.
Whoa. My first thoughts was I cracked up, and then I saw people crucifying.
Tearing it down.
I didn't know.
Mhm.
I didn't know until it hit. I mean, I saw the album art and I didn't know it was Whitney's back.
Yeah.
But I also think about it as like, because the reason why I cracked up is like, who would be more fitting for this album cover, like, than Push? Like, when we talk about what the white has done to people's lives, it's
Mhm.
like, this is one of the cast this. He talking about zombies and everything all on the album, and just like how it's destructed, people's lives. And I was like, who's more fitting for this album cover?
Mhm.
And then to know Ye paid for it, like, I'm gonna make it happen. That was
85
like, I could totally
85
see that.
85.
Yeah.
And Push was like, I'm content with what we got. This is
Yeah.
good. He said,
Yeah.
I'm not paying for that.
Yeah.
He said, Ye said, no, this is what we need. It
To
needs
rent,
speak to the
not
album.
even own
He
it.
was like, so I'll pay it. I can hear Kanye saying it. I can hear him in my head saying like, no, this needs to be what it needs to be.
Yeah.
And this has to speak.
Classic
This
album,
is the
classic.
art. It's about the art, Push.
Right.
You gotta have this. I'll
Right.
pay for it.
Yeah.
I can hear him saying that.
classic album cover.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether you like it or not, it's gonna go down in history.
So what if it fits the mold with everything they're dropping? Like he's
It
supposed
will.
to have
It will.
his mom's surgeon on his cover.
Yeah.
I wonder what Tiana would have if they all fit that same motif.
She probably gonna have Iman. They're supposed to be getting a divorce.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's
It was just like dancing in the club.
that's why they
on our
canceled
cover.
the rest of that season. It was.
That's what I'm saying. What do you need a stripper for if you have Tiana Taylor? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe
he feels like he brings a sandwich to the buffet or something, man. I don't know.
Dumb.
I don't.
I can probably.
Your relationship ain't rooted in God. I don't believe in it anyway. So that's my take on
But we
it,
don't know that it wasn't.
It wasn't. We
How
saw
you
it.
know?
We
How
saw
you
it
know,
on TV.
B? You
We
wasn't
watched the
there.
show.
Oh no, I didn't watch the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
That's
okay.
That's hot.
All right. So,
Okay.
all right. You gave me some backup on it.
Yeah, it was.
You always talking about what you know.
I'm just saying it's filled with lust. And
I dig it.
It's a fun show.
So then that's my thing. Though.
But they married though. They can.
No, I'm saying right. I'm saying it's like even when they talk about why they got together. It's just very lustful.
I got you.
It's
I got you.
So the whole
It was like he looked
relationship
good and he cared.
going
He
out,
listened
like-
to me, and he was looking good. Like okay,
I
so
dig
it's
it. I
very
dig
surface level.
I feel
Like it's not much to it. So I didn't really expect it to last. And
I
this
mean-
is like the 4th or 5th time I done heard about Elon cheating. Like, 'cause
then
I remember in Atlanta,
I just don't
he got
understand.
caught up that one time. Like, and then he's always got this extra phone people talking about. So
If you gonna cheat with a dancer?
that's what his
Your
life,
girl is
man.
already a dancer. I mean, she ain't no stripper, but I'm pretty sure she a better dancer than any chick you find in that KOD or Onyx or wherever the
Just
hell
out
it
here
is.
wilding.
It's
man.
like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
Plus, she bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that don't mean nothing. A lot of niggas cheat on bad chicks.
That's true.
So
Back to where we at. Consensus 5 Mile Toss album.
first one,
First time in a while.
clap it up for Push, man, bringing us together.
With,
It only took 26 episodes.
with White? He brought us together with White.
It's the only time.
Cocaine.
Right.
It's the only time the White is gonna bring the brothers together.
That was a powerful statement, man.
It was, wasn't it?
powerful statement.
Oh man.
Because
Yeah.
the White definitely tore us apart in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Bars.
Hey, double entendre.
Right. Oh man, so much went on this week though, man. Like those
This was
were,
an action-packed week,
It
especially
was.
compared to last week.
It was Morgan Freeman, Steve
He
Harvey,
ain't do it.
Harvey Weinstein.
He did it. He did it.
He did that.
He did that shit.
It's crazy out here, man.
Oh,
It is
man.
crazy out here. I don't even want to get into it, but
They coming for everybody.
I was glad to see Harvey Weinstein get arraigned and look sick
Yeah, man.
as he did.
Threw a
They
million.
don't like
As
that
we
till
talked
him, he
about.
had a package, man. He was like,
Man, tossed a milli on the death like it wasn't nothing though. And
Yeah.
I guarantee you he still gets off.
Yeah,
He
I mean
gets
he's gonna pay it off.
He finds a way to get off.
Yeah,
Or poke holes in the story or some
Yeah.
crap, man. Watch.
yeah. Let's stick in the good music vein. Rhymefest and Kim Kardashian.
I like the way she stuck up for her man.
yeah, I
Way
want
to
Phil and
go.
Ron Fest on this, man.
Way to
Yo,
go. Yeah.
and I have to say, like, anytime that you throw your mans under the bus
Yeah,
like
man.
that, you know, him and GLC have a problem with this.
Came
in
off like a
recent years.
real bitter, you know
yeah,
what.
yeah,
Yeah, I want Phil in that, man.
And I
Yeah.
like Rhymefest. I like what he does for the city.
Acting
I like
brand
his
new,
activism.
brand new. Nigga acting real brand new.
Yeah.
dog.
I'm not
I just thought
a
about that.
not a huge fan of Kim Kardashian, but I love the way she stuck up for her man right here on
Uh.
this. And she came with the facts.
And even when
What
she
you-
came with her rebuttal from when Donda House came out
Yeah.
with theirs,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, okay, Kim.
Yeah, I
Okay.
loved it. I
Because she
loved
went through you in this, yeah.
Then she
Okay.
canceled Buddy ticket. Like, well,
Yep.
you were supposed to be coming to Wyoming. That's
That's
a done,
over with.
That's a done deal, bro.
over with.
Like, and I understand. But if Ye really said F the Chicago youth, dog, we have a serious.
I don't think
issue,
he said
man.
that. I think it was
I
more
think
the
it's
fact-
very possible.
What I think is from what Kim stated, he turned over everything to Shay and whoever the director is now. So it wasn't a funnel of money from Kanye coming in. So that made Rhymefest say, quote unquote, allegedly maybe, that he was saying F Chicago
He said-
because of it was no funds.
He
there.
said it was a conversation, and he said, "What about the Chicago youth?" And he said, "F the Chicago youth."
But you
I
can't
could
put nothing
see
past
Ye
Kanye,
saying.
man.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
can't put nothing past
Like,
Kanye.
I could see Ye saying that in an emotional moment or something like that.
I'm just surprised. I was about to say Shay. Rhymefest that don't seem like his MO to me.
He been doing a lot of this stuff. Cause think about every time that Ye has been, everybody saying he's wigging out. He always wants to speak out and get some clout off of it.
Yeah.
Like I think in the past 2-3 years, Rhymefest and GLC are always have something to say. Like, you know, is it y'all ain't being fed? Like he ain't throwing a bag y'all way enough. Like, why all of a sudden y'all turning on your mans? You know what I'm saying? So.
But yeah, you ain't about to be using my mama name. I bet you his lawyers sent that to them before they said let us not use it. I think it's hoes from Rhymefest story. Cause Kim a woman, she ain't got no reason to. She gonna spread it all in there, man.
But real disappointing in LG, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just better ways to handle that. I've never been one to. First of all, I'm gonna get on the internet.
They don't even have a headquarters, man. I looked it up. They in a high school.
Yeah.
Word.
Yep.
But have you seen any of the like short documentaries or anything on his work and stuff like that? It's not that profound. No. Or I would be dumping a bag into it. Like, I understand what he's trying to work towards, but it's not that profound, and it doesn't seem that well organized. So I could see where
I don't see a vision. Like, sometimes it want to be militant, then it want to be like a social working welfare thing, then it want to be a plan. I don't see what his vision
is. Scattered like the Rhymefest album.
It lacks structure.
Yeah.
What was like Rhymefest last time? I really liked that album. Let me quit talking. I think it was LG. Was it LG? Yeah. I like that album. That was a good album. But yeah, I think Rhymefest is all over the place. Like, so I think that the whole effort that he's putting forth is all over the place. And I think it's hard to invest in when somebody's all over the place. If you can't see their vision, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I really think it is with that. Like, where I would be with it. I know that I probably wouldn't willingly just throw dollars at it, knowing that he's not utilizing them in the proper ways, and we're not really growing the type of organization that I would want my name stamped on.
So that's the main thing, is it needs structure. But if he already turned over the reins, then what more are you looking for? Is it just funding? Then you got to come at it a different way. But I mean, I wasn't there for the conversation, so it's hard to say who's right, who's wrong, and all of this. But one thing that I can say that I do know that's wrong is, if that's your man's, don't put that shit on the internet.
Absolutely.
You got his number, call him.
Well, little channel get the funds, man. I'm sure he'll make sure they're allocated appropriately.
Right. He'll make it happen. I just think I thought that was whack for you to put that on the internet.
Yeah.
That was weak. That was weak as hell. That was real feminine, dog.
I'm gonna just tell you, it was Drake and Push level petty. How Kim Kardashian ended that Twitter.
Oh
rant.
yeah.
And
I'm sorry, my Twitter followers. It was something to the tune, not verbatim. I'm sorry, my Twitter followers, that you probably don't even know who this Rhymefest is.
It was funny. It was hilarious.
I was like, yo.
And then she went back and talked about, what did she spelled something wrong, and she went back and corrected leveraging. Yeah. That just made it even more funny.
Yeah.
I love the way she stuck up for her man like that. You supposed to do that. Yay busy. He in albums, inherited beef.
Yeah.
All of this extra nonsense. He ain't got no time to be worried
out there making 35 beats.
She did make a stupid. She made a stupid comment though, man. When she mentioned the my kids will take over. That was on some Kardashian type stuff.
That was.
When she said that, but everything else, I'm not taking away everything else she said.
It was a female tweeting out of emotion. The rest of it was pretty good.
That's what I expected though. I expected it to be, some.
I was looking at her like a sister for a moment.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, where'd she get this from? I loved it. Rhymefest, do better. Keep the person. Surrogate tweeting. She had one of the twins they be kicking it with. One of them took like, don't worry, girl, I'll text this up for you. Type up some good shit. Yeah, man. But Rhymefest, if that's your man's, like it's supposed to be your man's, get off the internet.
Donda house, go get you a grant writer. Get somebody that can write y'all the grants. Y'all can get. Sure. There's a lot of money out here. Yeah. Go get you a good grant writer.
Yeah.
And call it a wrap. Use your name.
We want to support, man. Everybody wants to support, man. You got to get it together, though.
No mild sauces for that.
No mild sauce.
No mild
Negative mild sauce.
And I like Jay, man.
That was not indicative of Chicago. No sauce.
When I saw him with this orange hair, I said, yeah, he clowning.
He been rocking that stuff.
I know.
I seen him out south one day.
Rhymefest got orange hair?
It's like blonde or something.
He had on like...
It's a couple hues lighter than Brandon's.
Yeah. Mine's is natural.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing about that.
I don't want to.
Oh, yeah. This sound like a jab. It wasn't even meant to be that.
All right.
No, but I mean, it's come on, dog. I've just always been big on if we got beef at home in the family or something or whatever, that's us. That stay in house.
Nobody wins when the family feuds. Man.
You know, that's us. Let it stay us. Why the hell would you ever want to put that on the internet? That's some real whole shit.
Coming
I'll
up.
piggybacking somebody else's joint.
Coming up, Kim Kardashian and Ye going over the family feud beat.
Take 2.
In direction. Rhymefest.
That was whack. That was so whack. And it's like, nah, don't do that, dog.
Yeah.
You better than that.
Yeah. Last thing that we'll get out of here. Roseanne is barred from anything.
Good pun.
Punning.
And I was telling y'all about the show, how it was good and all that.
Right,
man.
and I wanted
Crushed
to.
your soul,
I just
didn't
wanted to ask you how you feel.
No,
now,
it didn't,
dog.
because she tweets out a lot of stuff.
I still didn't see the tweet. I don't know
But
what
this
she said.
It's always
this right here,
pro-Trump. Yeah.
this right here was on a whole different level.
What did she
man.
say?
She called Valerie. I think her name was Valerie Jarrett.
Yeah.
Just
I seen the name Valerie Jarrett.
quickly sum it up. Quick synopsis. A Planet of the Apes mixed with something. It was bad. It was bad. You know, the new president of ABC is a sister now.
Yeah.
She was like, "Yo, you got to go."
Asked that. And
Quickly.
they had good
And
ratings.
Sykes was like, I'm out
Beautiful
this jam.
race. Yep. Sykes
was
gone.
like, I'm out that jam.
So now the Sarah Gilbert is trying to get them to keep the show without Roseanne, but it's not a show without.
How you gonna
can't
keep
do
it? The show is called Roseanne.
They rebooted her.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
You on fire today, player? You on fire?
I'm just talking normal, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't a shock, but it was shocking that normally what she does is she'll do those tweets for shock value. But this was on some. And
She
then
went
how the
overboard.
president retweeted, you gotta go.
And then
Donald Trump retweeted
He
it?
retweeted.
And then the sorry apology.
Yeah.
Like,
using the guise of joking. No, that wasn't no joke.
yeah.
That's what she said?
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
they all coming out, man.
Yep.
Molesters and racists.
Hey.
The molesters and racists.
Molesters.
Oh,
They're all
man.
coming out, man.
Hey, man. Hey.
All the Chesters.
The Chesters.
Report.
Get them some name tags so we don't forget who they are.
All right. All right.
Easily identifiable.
Well, I remember one more bar that Push
Oh,
dropped.
we're going back to the bar.
Go back to
I just had to. I just thought it just came to my mind while we was just talking about it because when I was reading Roseanne's apology, it made me think of how Push addressed Wayne being on the stage. He was talking about all flash, no fire.
Uh-huh.
That's how I felt about her apology. Like,
man.
it was a lot of fire in that first joint. Like,
You know what I want Jay to talk about?
Yeah.
You talk about me not putting, not letting Virgil shine, but he actually got Virgil the way he at right now. If he wasn't with Kanye, do you really think Virgil?
But he did kind of hold him back, and even now he tries to. Like, he was scared that he was gonna eclipse him.
Yeah, but if it wasn't
Shout out to Rockford
so
on
how
Virgil's behalf.
far you think Virgil would have got? I'm pretty sure he would have got where he wanted to go on his own merit.
Yeah.
But
The
that
funniest thing
helps.
about Virgil, man, is I used to see Buddy at a lot of places and didn't realize who he was. And then when he started designing with a lot of cats around here that have a name, you know, the fashion geeks, the leaders and stuff like that. Then I started being like, oh, Buddy, dope. I never expected him to just boom, like just blow up like that. Like it's great to see. Like every time he drops something, I be just wanting to shoot, like to have that Nike collab. And let them just reconstruct the whole design of some of their
You see
greatest
the boy
shoes
in,
of all time.
Soccer uniforms that he did for him.
Yeah. Like he's just such a dope designer.
Bet you he ain't mad at Kanye.
Nope.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Thanks, Ye. Checking the bag.
Right.
For real.
Yeah. But definitely a great week in hip hop.
More to come.
This is a great year. Yeah, it has. Yeah, say it for emphasis.
In the first not even 6 months, we just getting through 5. So the first 5 months, this has been some fantastic.
I feel like every year is a great year for hip hop. But
But
this year, man, it's
starting off with a bang.
fire.
Yeah.
It is
Some ain't even
fire.
good yet. It's about to be great. It's about to be greater.
Who gonna hold us down for this summer, man?
It's a bunch of.
Who's gonna win the summer?
It may be good music as a collective.
It's a bunch of people.
That's what I'm rooting for.
Did they bring Good Fridays back? Is this
but then what
the
are they
new
tracks?
version of
You
Good
can't
Fridays?
bring back Good Friday.
Is this
You only
the
got
new
7
version?
albums, 7 tracks.
But remember, Good Fridays used to be one track every week.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying, is this the new version? Is this the 2.0 version?
I hope.
Of Good Fridays.
I hope.
They heating up our summer every weekend, man.
Definitely are.
And then what if they drop a collabo album like at the end of the joint?
Man.
Just go,
man,
and
with all
everybody
of
on
the-
it. Yeah, all the throwaway tracks that was just hard. Like,
Sprinkle some Travis in there.
yeah,
This is gonna be dope. It's already dope.
it's already. Yes.
So next week we got who? Cuddy and Ye?
Is that the Kanye and Ye, or it's just Ye by himself? One of the two. I can't remember offhand. We here for it. Next
That's
week
Friday.
we
Yup,
here
yeah.
for it.
Don't sleep on ASAP. ASAP testing. The album is pretty decent. I liked it. ASAP dropped one. He just happened to drop on the same day as Push.
Yeah.
But ASAP definitely still got a nice project.
We won't even probably
check
be able
that
to
out.
get in currency talking about dropping at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did
The
he
30th.
say?
Oh god.
No, today. He tweeted it
That
today.
is. It is.
Yeah.
Is it? Yup.
That's at 11.
Man.
He was like, should I drop it tonight? And everybody was tweeting him back, go ahead,
Yeah.
do it, go ahead, do it.
He said this is the sequel to Cigarette Boats.
For real?
Yeah. Which is, if you remember, I was
so
in love
much
with Cigarette
stuff
Boats.
that's coming out.
It's too much.
Currency drops every month anyway,
Yeah.
though, so it's not nothing outside the norm.
It's just.
Him and Harry Fraud, though, that's a
Yeah.
that's a whole
That's
different
a
beast.
good connection.
You've never listened to
man.
Currency Cigarette Boats. That is Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah.
That is cruise music.
Yeah.
That is a vibe. Like when people talk about it's a vibe, that's a vibe.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I
That's
almost don't want to be sober when I listen to it. But it's like, man.
He had that on vinyl.
I'm gonna be honest.
I might have that pressed up on vinyl. Like I might send something to get that pressed up on vinyl. Yeah, but that's it, y'all. We out of here, man.
All right.
Rap on 26.
All right.
We ain't got no 26. We ain't got nobody.
Corver, he been busting lately.
We can't do no better.
Clinton
than Corver.
Portis, C-Po,
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Clinton Portis, the running back.
Rod Woodson?
Rod Woodson.
Rod Woodson. Okay.
That was our next
That's the
one.
one. That's the one. Steph.
That's the Rod Woodson.
That's the one. Rod Woodson.
Woodson.
It's a rap on 26.
Follow us here.
Or here, up here, just point random directions.
Oh my hand.
Put it on his hand.
My hand. Let me just get one rib.
All right,
That's a lot of gas.
we out.
Peace.
What now?